Yeah.
What is that report for Cardano
Tax refund. Like money we got or money we...
just that?
Wait, what? Alright.
They were so late,
I see it
man.
right there. I'm gonna... This is our last day, so I'm just randomly... I'm probably gonna delete this, y'all. I mean, I'm just up in here getting some coffee.
From the IRS.
Economic impact payment? I don't know what that is. Hold on, stop talking. This thing is live. Give me a second. Give me a second.
What is going on? So apparently they were sending a $10. What's gonna be the value of the dollar now? Apparently they sent us money a month ago
You serious?
for economic impact.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. Alright guys, this is an emergency. I got some random money I don't know about. Okay, here, check this out. Hey guys, this is Bruce, and I just thought it would be a good idea to film on my last day. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. I just thought this would be a great opportunity to just film my last day. I don't even know if I keep this video, but this has been a great vacation. I really needed this. We really needed this. Because we've been grinding hard, man. And we're just kind of reaping the rewards of this hard work we've been doing. And are going to continue to do, by the way. Between our work and our business, it's been man, it's been hard. So we definitely needed a break, even though we kind of been working a little bit while we're here, but it's not the same. This place, we're on Big Island, and we've gone to Oahu, and Oahu was great, but Oahu is very touristy. There's too many people there, and we decided to try out another island. KP55, how you doing? Dogecoin to the moon. Oh my God, you're in this Dogecoin stuff, man. I'm not into Dogecoin. I buy Cardano, ADA. If you don't know about it, you need to check it out. They have 2 deals with 2 different countries, the governments of those countries, and they're going to have their infrastructure start to use their blockchain technology. Can't lose, man. They're about to get that network effect really fast, so now's the time to get on Cardano. If you're trying to get a quick win, or if you're trying to do a long-term hold, Cardano's the way to go. Dogecoin it doesn't have a use case. It was meant as a joke. Daniel Net says, where are you in Hawaii? I live in Oahu. We're actually in Big Island right now. We're in Big Island. We've already tried Oahu. It was great, man. I liked it. And now it's next time it's gonna be Maui, I think. Diamond hands. What do you hold, KP55? Anything in particular? So the stuff I'm holding right now is that's really done me well, man. It's been doing really good, man. I mean, it's really been doing good, man. I got some Ethereum. As you know, Ethereum has like doubled. I got Dash. A Dash I've been holding for a really long time. I got some Bitcoin, of course, and not much. I don't have a lot of Bitcoin. The reason why I don't is Bitcoin, like when I first started using it, I realized how amazing it was. First of all, when it first came out, I was really excited about it, right? Internet money. So I started mining it. I might actually have it mined on one of my old computers. I gotta check it. I haven't been able to find it. I've been searching some of my old hard drives, and so I actually might have it somewhere. And anyway, so I realized the power of it. But I was like, I mined it for a bit, and I made like 0.001 of a Bitcoin. And this was back in like when it first came out. And I was like, what is this? And it was like worth pennies at the time. So I was like, this is, whatever, you know, I'm wasting my time here. And that's actually the time I start going into looking into blogging and internet type stuff. So that's what I started doing. Years passed, I started getting back into Bitcoin back when it was like it got up to $1,000, and it was all this hype about it. And it was 700 to 1,000. I started getting into it in 2016, and it just shot up to like 3,000, right? And it was all this hype, and people started buying it. I started buying it, and I at one point had like 4 or 5 Bitcoin. This is back in like 2016. And I was messing around with it, using it. They start linking it to credit cards. and the fees were really high and it was very slow. So I'm like, well, how is this gonna? I get what they're saying. This is really cool, blockchain decentralization. That's all good, but until it gets faster, you can clearly see there's something here. But it has to be way faster and way easier to use for it to have mass adoption. So I was very reluctant about it, and but I knew something was there, and I started looking into other technologies. Started looking at Ethereum, and there was something called EOS and XRP, and all these other ones that are out. 2017, I bought some of those, and made out pretty good to where I was able to actually put money down on real estate and stuff. So that was cool. And the reason why I don't hold a lot of Bitcoin, and if I can go back, obviously I would. I just buy a whole bunch and just hold it. But the reason why is because I could see how slow it was, and it's not gonna replace money, man. Like, it's just too slow. It's just, it can't. And then also the people who created it, they're arguing amongst each other too much. So it's just, Bitcoin itself is not gonna. But that being said, some of the other coins might replace money. Might replace fiat currency, I should say. KP55, I appreciate you too, man. I will look into Cardano. Yeah, man, look into Cardano. Look into it. Right now, it's only like $1.50. Start off at 30 cents. That's when I start buying it. But Cardano, man, Cardano was co-created. Is created by the dude who helped create Ethereum. Ethereum is just a brilliant ass project. Brilliant, but it's got some huge flaws in it. Ethereum is awesome, but it's got some serious flaws. The gas fees, for one thing. So Cardano kind of fixes a lot of the issues that Ethereum has. And if it can fix those issues, a good example of what's going to happen to it is, if you've been watching Binance Coin, Binance Coin fixed a lot of the issues that Ethereum had, the fees, the gas fees, and now it's worth like almost $1,000. Start off at not zero, start off at nothing cents. And since Binance Coin started fixing those problems, it shot up. And people are really looking for something that looks like Ethereum, that can do smart contracts, that can do money, that can do stable coins, that can do definanced, can do all these things that Ethereum can do. Because Ethereum is way superior to Bitcoin. It kicks Bitcoin's ass in every way, shape, and form. It's way better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin sucks. Bitcoin sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's the OG coin. It's incredible as a technology. It started this whole thing. But as for a use case, the only thing it can really do is hold value. I only know that because I used it before. Storm X. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. What is Storm X? Explain, please. Cardano starting allowing smart contracts a few weeks ago with the update. Oh, really? I thought that they had a few months to go to actually finalize everything. I know that they started the process of doing smart contracts, but I don't think that project is finished for a few more months, but I could be wrong. It's Gauguin, right? They're in the Gauguin era and working on that one. Anyway, so that the guy who co-created and co-developed Ethereum, his name is Charles Hoskinson, who is from Colorado, by the way. And that dude created Cardano, and he did Cardano with a group, like he did it the way it should be done, which is having policies in place, having a rigorous process of doing papers first, like a science paper, white paper, science paper, having it peer reviewed, having a group of people come in, having your smartest cryptocurrency guy come in and evaluate that piece, having your smartest network guys come in and evaluate that piece, having your smartest cybersecurity guy. This is how great projects are done. You know, this is how projects like SpaceX are done. This is how they launch people into space. That process is what they put into Cardano. Like an actual project management is what they put into Cardano. That's why I'm very excited about it. Derek F says crypto is going big. Yeah, it has. It really reminds me of what happened with the .com in 1990s. Like when it first started, people first of all didn't understand it at all. They didn't understand what it was. They didn't understand how important it was. You couldn't find a company with a website when the when the web services first start coming out, when World Wide Web start getting big. But now look at it. You can't have a legit business without a website. That is what's going to happen with cryptocurrency. Mark my words. Not just cryptocurrency, by the way. This is not just about one thing. This is about digital ledger technology. So digital ledger technology is blockchain. Blockchain is the important piece to all of this. And so cryptocurrency is just kind of the killer app of blockchain technology. Blockchain technology does a ton of other things, including smart contracts. With a smart contract, essentially, it's a way to make your mortgage relationship and agreements with your banker, or whoever owns your home, making that into an app that you guys have an agreement that's online that you guys can't renege on. You can't pull out of it or any of that, right? This is what the smart contract does. Smart contracts are like a digital form of a contract, and it's done on the blockchain. That's just two things that the blockchain technology can do. Another one that you've probably been hearing about is NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So non-fungible tokens, check this out, is non-fungible. That's the key part of that acronym. Non-fungible means that you can't exchange. It's not a one-for-one exchange. A one-for-one, like if I have $1 in my pocket, right? I have $1 in my pocket. If I gave you $1, right? If I gave you $5, if I gave you this $5 bill, fungible means it's the same. The same $5 you have in your pocket is the same $5 I have in my pocket. It can be exchanged. It has an equal value. You know, it can be. You can mass produce this, and it has the same value because it's a $5 bill. That's fungibility. So non-fungible means it doesn't have the same value. Think of Pokemon cards. Like if you have a Pokemon card or a piece of art, a Picasso and a Rembrandt, a Picasso and a Van Gogh don't have the same value because people value those two different. It has a value, but it's not the same value. That's the difference. So your Picasso might be $4 million, and your Van Gogh might be $2 million. Non-fungible. You can't exchange it. It's not a $5 bill that you can exchange one for one because it's an art piece. It has a different value to different people. That's what non-fungible means. Why that's important is, check this out. Here's where you can use it. Here's why it's important, and here's why it's revolutionary. If you think about collectibles, people are using collectibles as a form of, it has a monetary value, but each value is different. Like Pokemon cards, when people are trading them or collecting, and then they go on eBay and then make $80 off of it or something like that, that has a intrinsic value that is not equal to the Pokemon card that you might have. They have a different value. So NFTs allow you to track that value, even though it's a different value. And the way it's able to do that is because of cryptography. Because cryptography will give you this long stream of characters that is unique. And this unique character is not going to match this other unique string of characters. I hope that makes sense. But the thing is, now you can give a digital piece of art its own value that's different from this other digital piece of art. And you can do that same thing with Pokemon cards. You can do the same thing with houses. You can do the same thing with tickets for sports events. You can do the same thing for events, tickets to any kind of event, because tickets also are non-fungible. Some tickets are non-fungible. You can have like a set limit, a series of, like, let's say if you had tickets to a Maverick game, right? And you had season tickets, and you have 5 front row tickets, but there's only 5 front row tickets, and it's only going to be issued 5 times of 5 people all over the world who happen to be Maverick tickets. But it's upfront. You get to meet Mark Cuban. You get to, this non-fungible ticket allows you to do those things, and there's only 5. So the value of that, and let's say it's a lifetime thing, the value of that one, you could sell it to someone else, and it still retains whatever value it has. Like, let's say it's worth $40,000, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna sell it for $50,000, and that $50,000 ticket is transferable to another person. So that's another thing that blockchain technology does. Blockchain technology not only has those NFTs, it has, of course, cryptocurrency that everybody has heard of, and it has a ton of other use cases that it can be used for. Think about it being used in Walmart for coupons. You could use non-fungible tokens for that. And not only that, but banks and different credit card services, financial institutions could actually create their own tokens, and those tokens could be used to give you value that's just within their company or their organization. So that's several use cases right there that you could use for cryptocurrency. That's why it's so important. That's why it's way bigger than any one. It's way bigger than just the stock market. It's way bigger than this is a revolutionary move that has happened. That's going to affect everyone all over the world. Retired and happy Medellin. Thank you, sir, so much for that. Appreciate you, man. I hope you are staying safe over there in Colombia. I don't know what's going on. I've just been seeing stuff on TikTok, but stay safe over there. What's up? Hit me up next time you're free. Yeah, man. We've been thinking about going to Colombia, but also we got Puerto Rico on our radar scope. Property's pretty cheap out there, man. So anyway, back on cryptocurrency. So here's another technology that a lot of people are not talking about yet, but it's going to happen. But actually, not going to. It's happening right now. So Cardano has made a deal with Ethiopia, the Ethiopian government. And what they did was they started putting the identity system on the blockchain. Identity system on the blockchain, and also linking student grades on the blockchain. Why? Think about this, okay? Here's why this is important. So a lot of countries, especially unbanked countries, have several other issues. One of which is that they don't have a very good identity system. Unlike here in the US, you have an identity system. You may not like it, you may think it's antiquated or whatever, but we have one. And it's important to have one because now we have a way to track people's birthdays. Like a lot, I don't know if you've traveled a lot. In the military, man, I traveled to so many different countries. I've been to Afghanistan, I've been to all these developing countries. And what you notice is they don't have the infrastructure, and a lot of times people don't have easy things like a birth certificate. They don't even know what day they were born, because when they were born, the hospital didn't have good record keeping program. So blockchain is a technology that's perpetually on the encrypted network, right? It's out, it's in the ether, like it's there. All you need is access to it. Blockchain allows you to have a system that will, from the moment a person is born, give them it doesn't have to be their real first name, last name, middle initial, date of birth, right? You could do like there's an encrypted code you could give them, and that code represents that person. So that way is anonymity. Like you won't know who this person is. You just know that this is an object on the blockchain. So it gives them, but that person, if they access it, they can see all their own information, and maybe they can allow an institution such as a church or a school or an employer to see that information, to say, yep, this is who I am. Here's my date of birth. And then you can also put a person's grades on the blockchain. So that's exactly what they start doing with the government of Ethiopia. So you have governance, you got NFTs, you've got money, You've got store of value, which is what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin store of value. Why it's so important? Why it's so cool? Is that it's a store of value that is separate from gold. Like gold is a great store of value. So is silver, so is platinum, all these precious metals, right? It's a store of value. So the wealthy people, what they do is they don't have their money just in real estate or just in dollars, right? Or in a bank, you know? No, they have it diversified. They have it in the stock market. They have it in gold, precious metals, commodities. They have it all over the place. So this is another method of storing value, and that's what Bitcoin is really good at, because you can do it in large amounts, right? And it's just perfect for just store value. For money, just buying, if you want to buy a wallet or something, no, it's not good for that. You know, it's not good for buying a candy bar or something like that. But it's really good for a store of value, which is another use case of the blockchain technology. That's why I'm super excited about cryptocurrency. It's not just cryptocurrency, it's blockchain technology. That's really an amazing thing. AO said, "Oh yes," and that's only the beginning of Cardano Africa. Yeah, they've got a bunch of projects that are coming, and I'm really glad that there was a really smart move to go to the place that needs it the most, which is developing countries who have these problems, exactly the problems that cryptocurrency and that blockchain can fix. Brilliant move. So, and not only that, but now you're going to have the network effect. It should affect the price of Cardano, which right now, let me see where it's at right now. Right now, and the reason I'm up here so early talking about this stuff is that cryptocurrency is right now is just blowing hell up. I mean, right now it's ETH is at 3,400 a piece. Dash just went up like 12%. 88 is up $1.42. It was down $1.25 a couple days ago. So yeah, it's doing really well. But yeah, those projects, AO, in those countries, because here's the thing, they're not just going after two countries. Do you have a hardware wallet? Yes, I have two hardware wallets, three actually, two that I actually use on a regular basis. One is the Trezor, and the other one is Ledger something, a Ledger wallet, and then another one is like a one that I'm testing out. So what I do is most of my money I put it on those hardware wallets that have no connection to, software wallets, no connection to network wallets. I don't leave my stuff on exchanges. You don't want to do that. So yeah, but anyway, back to Cardano. So Cardano, not only are they working with the country of Ethiopia, but I think, what is it, Sudan? I think they're trying to work with Sudan and like 16 other countries in Africa to help the unbanked, to bank the unbanked. That's another thing that blockchain technology fixes, is it can allow people to have a banking system. We take it for granted that you can go get a loan, you can borrow money, because we have it here, but a lot of countries don't have it. They're not able to get loans unless you're very, very wealthy, but in those developing countries, blockchain is perfect, because all you need is internet connection and a device, and then you can have a bank. Banking allows us to do things like loans, to get a house. Like maybe there's a huge purchase that your family needs, but you can't get that money. You need the money to start your business, to start your farm. Maybe you need some goats to start, making some milk, because this business is going to work. The people in the area need cows or whatever, and you need about 4 or 5 cows to start milking them, to make some profit. To start a business, you need a loan. To get a larger home, you need a loan. There's all these different things that you can do to have leverage, to start a business, to have a home, to have shelter, to create community projects, to do all this stuff. Those things need a loan. And banking, that's where banking is super important. But not only that, but blockchain technology allows people to do lending, like people, like peer-to-peer lending. Like with blockchain technologies, I could be a bank for somebody in Nairobi, Kenya. I mean, that's incredible. Kind of like what's happening with crowdfunding. Like with crowdfunding and some of these lending platforms, they're allowing peer-to-peer banking, peer-to-peer lending, peer-to-peer loans, stuff like that. The difference between those peer-to-peer systems that are out there, like GoFundMe or those crowdfunding sites or some of those loan sites, I don't know if you've seen those, they're like peer-to-peer loan sites, is that with blockchain technology, there's no middleman. You can cut out the middleman. So I can go directly to Mohammed in Kenya, Nairobi, or whoever in Kenya, Nairobi, and now I'm loaning them money directly, and that's with a smart contract. That's the kind of stuff that you can do with blockchain time. We're not there yet. I mean, it's got a ways to go. Obviously, it's still under development. It's not easy to use. It's kind of like the stage we're in right now is that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, it works, but it's not easy to use. It's not what do you call it? Like an iPhone, you pick up an iPhone, once you know how to swipe left and right and stuff, like it's like boom, you got it, right? It's not intuitive. You can't give it to your grandma and be like, hey grandma, invest money on this DeFi project. I've been in IT for 20 years. I can barely understand some of this crap. So I have to jump through all these hoops to get this stuff to work. So it's not easy just yet, and that's kind of one of the main issues that I've had with this whole thing, blockchain, because it's not easy just yet, but it will be. Just like when the internet first came out, I remember first trying to go on the web and trying to find stuff. You couldn't find stuff, until you had great technologies like Google's search engine algorithm, and then everybody start copying that, and then you have Bing, and you have Yahoo, and you have all these different search functions, but all those are using a similar technology. Same thing's gonna happen. The same innovations within the blockchain space are happening right now. So it's a very exciting time to be in. What do you suggest for hardware wallets? I would suggest there's one called Trezor. Trezor is the one that I go to. It's my go-to wallet. Another one is Ledger Nano. Do your research on it. Ledger Nano did have a breach, but it's a limited breach. So just so you know, like, you got to do your research on these things. But my go-to wallet is the Trezor. Look it up. It's about $160 or something like that. And it stores, let me show you something here. This right here is part of my portfolio. It says $48,000. Most of that money is on a hardware wallet. So you don't want to keep my advice is, if you actually do this, one of the main things that you don't want to do is keep your money on Binance or on Coinbase or on the exchanges. Don't keep your money on the exchanges. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's not safe and it's not this and that, but the whole purpose of blockchain technology, the power of it, is that you are the bank. That's the power of it. When cryptocurrency first came out, when Bitcoin first came out, I remember there were a bunch of hacks on Bitcoin. It wasn't on Bitcoin. Here's the funny thing about it. The news made it sound like, oh, Bitcoin is not safe, blah, blah, blah. So what happened was, people were storing their Bitcoin with a centralized exchange called Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox was one of the only places that you could trade crypto for dollars or for yen or for different fiat currencies. You could cash out there, and also people would just leave it there. The problem is that it's like an insolvent bank. It was like a bank where five random ass non-financial guys were running the whole show. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, and a bunch of money went missing. And to this day, nobody knows where that money is. That guy is up on charges, all kinds of stuff, and that was damn near 30 years ago now. Yeah, it was a long time ago. 20. This is 20+ years ago. So you don't want to, and I'm not saying Coinbase is dope. Look, Coinbase is dope. Coinbase is dope. Binance.us is dope. Binance.com is even better if you happen to be outside of the United States. Use that. And then you got Kraken, which is another exchange where you can get more cryptocurrency and stuff. All I'm saying, I'm not saying they're not safe, because now they have all these. They have two-factor authentication. They have, they're verifying people. They have know your customer. They have all this extra features, some of which I hate, but it's there, and it's there to protect you. They have encryption, all that stuff. So they're not Mt. Gox. All I'm saying is, you have to treat it like a bank. If you have money there, you need to put it on something that you control, which is a hardware wallet. And so hardware wallet that I recommend is Trezor. 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 And the other one is Ledger. Ledger has some good products as well. So I use both of those. There's some other ones that are out there, but I don't know. I'm kind of I can't speak on them because I haven't used them. There's this one I got that's really good. It looks really good, but I need to do some more evaluation on it, because yeah. But Trezor for sure. That's what you want to use. Smooth Sounds. Oh, this is Eye on You News. How you doing, my man? It says, hey Bruce, how are you, man? How are you doing? I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling. Hey, are we ready? Are we going? There's Yuri right there. Where I was just doing a live while we were ready.
I'm just opening all the windows to
Okay.
to soak in this beauty.
Okay. Are we out of here or what?
No.
Hey guys. This is Yuri. Is mom still getting ready, or?
How long are you gonna be?
I can end it right now, actually.
No, not yet.
Just let me know when you guys are ready and we can go.
Oh wait. No, you don't have to end
I'm
it
just
yet.
talking about random stuff. Oh, okay.
So I'll let you know when
All right.
we're good. Okay, but
No rush.
hopefully 9 a.m. or something.
What time is it? 8.
8:52. I forgot.
Oh, okay. We're almost there. Okay, just let me
probably
just knock on the
9:30.
door, and then I'm just gonna do a few lives, because I feel like I should have done more while we were here.
Yeah.
We've been here for like a while, so I just haven't been doing lives. Just when spending time with the family, time to take a break from everything. Mighty man, how you doing, man? How's it going? We're just sitting here talking about random stuff, cryptocurrency right now, open topics. Just encouraging people. Listen, I just want to encourage you guys, especially you guys. Look, don't put any money that you can't afford to lose. But you should really get into this thing while it's new. And put just a little. If you just put a little bit in, what do you have to lose? If you have $50, you put $50 in there. Go to Coinbase. It's the easiest place to start. It's not the best, but it's a good start. It's training wheels. You start off with $50. Put it in there. Watch your money fluctuate. It's gonna grow. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down. And start to learn. The most important thing: spend some time, not just your money. Spend your time to learn what this technology is all about. Send me a referral link. Okay, we'll do, KP. Our life. It's been a life changer for us. Different types of investment vehicles, and it's allowed us to get in where one of the things that really frustrates Yuri and I is that there's been a couple of incredible opportunities that have happened to us. Airbnb going public, Uber going public, Coinbase itself going public. All of these things is stuff that we had the money to actually invest in early, and had we done it, we'd have, 70, 80,000 in stock just on those things alone if we could have invested in it. And we could have put like, $5,000 in there. We could afford it. So what happened? And I'm actually getting my link right now, so just bear with me here. What happened is that the system is such that, and I'm not trying to spout any of these conspiracy theories or anything like that. The system is what it is. All right. But the system is such that if for the stock market is that you have to be an accredited investor to invest before the IPO, before the initial public offering. To get in, you have to be an accredited investor. So what's an accredited investor? An accredited investor is somebody who has, I want to say, $250,000 a year in revenue and $1 or $2 million in assets. You have to have you have to be wealthy, basically. You have to be rich by American standards to become an accredited investor and invest in these things before they go public. Why is that important? So think about it. Coinbase has a multi-billion-dollar valuation. I don't know if you guys are aware of Nas, the rapper Nas. You know who that is? The rapper Nas is a multi-millionaire. He's been a millionaire for many decades now, and he's a very smart man. He invested in Coinbase early on, and because he's he's an accredited, he's a co-owner, I believe. So he's probably not a good example. My point is, there's some millionaires who are accredited investors who can get in before Uber or Airbnb are even public. Think about it. If you can come in to Tesla stock when it's $5 a piece, how many can you buy? How much stock can you buy as an accredited investor if it's $5 a piece before it goes public? And everybody knows Tesla's gonna go to $1,000 a piece right now. I think it's worth what is it at? $600? Somebody help me out. I think it's like $600. So if you bought 5,000 stocks at $5 a piece, it goes public, and this is what happens. This is the game. The game's kind of rigged. You have to be an accredited investor to get in because the SEC wants to protect us poor folks. It's a rule that they have that you have to be an accredited investor to get in before it's publicly traded. But with cryptocurrency, you don't have that problem. So cryptocurrency allows regular people like us to get in early on something that's not yet cracked down. I imagine at some point the SEC is going to get wise and be like, listen, they've already tried a couple times, to be honest with you, with ICOs, initial coin offerings. They've started to crack down on those. And I get it. You should have some sort of methodology. There should be some kind of a process in place to get rid of fraudsters and stuff. Because there's so much fraud out there. Fraud and people being abused and unsophisticated investors who don't know what they're doing. They take their life savings out and put it all on, let it ride on something that fails, and then they want to blame the company or whatever, right? There's people like that. So the SEC has regulations and policies in place to limit that sort of thing, to force people to have some kind of risk management. But at the same time, people like myself who are trying to become a sophisticated investor, it stops me from getting in because I don't quite have enough money to get in there before the publicly traded stocks goes out. Cryptocurrency allows us to get in early. Like it's an opportunity to get in before it's too much, and we actually were able to get in on some of those things. And so I'm saying that you should do the same thing. I'm still looking for my code here, by the way. I'm on the app. I don't normally send this thing out. Share the love. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Oh shit. Can I change this? Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna put it out there. All right, bear with me. I'm about to put my link out there for anybody who's trying to get in on this. If you want to follow this affiliate link here for Coinbase, I'm sending it right now in the chat. There it is right there. So if you don't currently have a Coinbase, post that link, and if you use the link that I put in the description, check that out. And what'll happen is they'll give you, I think, $10 in Bitcoin, and they'll give me $10 in Bitcoin, something like that. It used to be like $50 to $100, by the way, back in the day. You see it steadily going down because they were trying to incentivize people to use Coinbase.com. So if you don't already have a Coinbase account, use that link. If you use that link, I'll get $10 in Bitcoin. You'll get $10 in Bitcoin. After you, I think you have to buy like $100 worth of Bitcoin or something. Then that's when it gives you money, gives me money or whatever. So I don't often use that link, but if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. Coinbase is great. Sounds like a Patreon post. yeah, that does sound like a Patreon post. As a matter of fact, while I'm talking here, I'll do that too. Yeah, I don't talk about this much on this channel. We have another channel where we talk extensively about some of the stuff we do for money. It's called Get Money or Get Out. On that one, we go into detail about all the things that we're doing to allow us to be in a place like this. You know, I didn't afford this on my regular salary. You know, this is because Yuri and I both of us have a job, and both of us, we have a business that we run. And because of that, we are able to come to places like this and not hurt ourselves financially, you know. And we brought our whole family here, you know. So multiple streams of income is how we did it. If you guys are interested in changing your life, then I would highly encourage you to have multiple streams of income. What does that mean? That means having more than one source of income, not just your job. I'm not telling you quit your job and go start some kind of fantasy business. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying keep your job, start a business. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be something that's going to change the world. It could be Uber Eats, delivering food. It could be, you know, selling t-shirts online. It could be, hell, it could be something you do on the weekends. It's another side hustle, another side income. What we do is what you're seeing right here. This is a side hustle. We got 2 or 3 other channels. They don't all make money, but we use these as vehicles to advertise stuff that does make money. There's many different ways you can do this. Another thing we do is real estate. Have multiple streams of residual income, multiple streams of active income, and then essentially what's happened is it's allowed us to have money that we can afford to lose, and money that we can afford to put into different investment vehicles and try different things. We could try stocks, we could try cryptocurrency, we could try bonds, we could try CDs, we could try 401ks, we could try all these different things. Excuse me. We could try all these different things, and some of them work for us and some of them don't. But the thing is, if you don't have the money, if you are too broke to put in a $50 into some new venture, if you don't have $100 to lose for something new that you're trying to do, if you don't have a little extra time that you could spare to make that extra income, it's just a lot harder. You know, it's just a lot harder. And I say that because, I mean, literally, I started off with a FICO score of 530. I'm not trying to brag, guys. Like, this is not me bragging. This is me. Just like if you've been following me from the beginning, this is a teaching channel where I tell you what I did Okay, as a lay person, as a normal person, a normal ass dude, and if I can do it, you can do it. I walk you through what I am doing currently, and I tell you what works and what doesn't work for as I'm going through it, and I share what works with you. It may not work for you, by the way. The stuff that I'm doing for me may not work for you, but that's why you got to do trial and error. Try things out. Don't be afraid to try things out. Have a little extra cash, and that's where the multiple streams of income comes in. Is because you have to have extra cash. You have to have money to make money. You know, you can't. You you're not gonna get into real estate with 0% of your time or effort or money put into this. You gotta have to put some. You have to have some skin in the game to do this. So none of this was easy. This is all hard work. And the thing, though, here's the thing: it's worth it. The hard work that we put in it's worth it. It's not even about being in Hawaii. It's about being able to take care of my family. It's about having options for them. It's about helping out my extended family. You know, my mom is here right now. It's been my pleasure to treat my mom to come here. We paid for my mom's ticket. It's been a blessing to help out my extended family in the Philippines in ways that maybe they wouldn't have had otherwise. And that's what this is about. I mean, I'm almost 50, guys. Like, I've been to Hawaii several times now. And the older I get, the more I realize how important it is to take care of the people around me. I think that that's what this is all about. I was just talking to Dan, the driving man. I don't know if you guys... He pops up on our lives every now and then. And Dan is a really good guy. And it's been a special kind of journey where I get to meet people like him. Good people who want to take care of other people. People like yourself. This channel has allowed us to meet really good people who, on a very personal level. And I realize that, I don't know, I'm not sure what's going on, but I met a lot of people who are very good and who are also in this struggle with me and are just trying to take care of their kids, just trying to take care of their spouse, just trying to take care of their extended family. And I really appreciate that, you know. It made me, just talking to Dan, like Dan and I have a completely different walk of life. Like Dan's a white dude from the East Coast who's 15 years my senior, or 20 years my senior. We don't have a lot in common except growing up poor, you know, but I realized that this dude I'm talking to, all he was talking about was helping other people. And I really resonate with that. So if you're this kind of person who's made it their life's purpose to take care of someone special to you, that could be your wife, your kids, you know, I'm just here to tell you I'm in this fight with you. But the first thing you got to do is take care of yourself, because you're not taking care of anybody if you can't take care of yourself. That doesn't mean just physically, you know, working out or eating better food or any shit like that. I mean, taking care of yourself mentally, you know, knowing that somebody cares about you and knowing how important you are to these people around you. And you got to realize your value. Your value is, especially if people are relying on you, man. Like, you got to know how important you are. And I think that the more the more that I've been able to do that, have self-love, the more I've been able to love others. It gives me a greater capacity to love the people who, we are totally different. It allows me to look outside of my own situation, being a black man living in America, and empathize with the Polynesian culture who are having a struggle, with my white brothers and sisters out there who are also going through some kind of a struggle. It allows me to empathize with everyone, not just my own group. That's what self-love will do for you. And that doesn't take away from, I think there's like a misconception that you can't love other people. There's this tribalism that humans have where we focus on our own group, and it at the exclusion of other groups. And I just don't think that that's productive for us as a species. And the more that I've been able to care about myself as a human being, as a conscious being experiencing this life in a temporary fashion. I ain't gonna be here forever, you know what I mean? The more I realize everyone's going through this same journey. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. That's what we all have in common. We're all experiencing this shit. We have a limited amount of time to be here. And so we should really appreciate one another as much as possible. What else do we have, man? All we have is each other. So, that being said, get that money. Alright, guys, I gotta go. I might do another live later. Peace out, guys.